start with you, Mark. Philadelphia Eagles, how many games they win this year?
I'm going to say 8 to 9.
8 to 9. Philly.500, how many games do the Cowboys win this year?
9. I'll say 9.
9 wins.
I'll give them 9.
How many wins do you think you win this year, Mark Holmes?
I'm going to say 11.
11. How many wins do you think the Eagles have this year, Philly?
Between 12 and 14, so I'll say 13.
12 and 14.
Yeah. Yes,
with
sir,
that
100%.
offense, do you think you have a Super Bowl offense?
I do. I think it will develop into that, but I think it's going to be because of the health and return of the offensive line and that run game. I think that's what we'll feed off of. And yes, we will run the ball a lot still. We're not going to go back to what we did, but we're still going to run the ball a lot. People thinking we're going to ban the run are mistaken. So I still think that they're going to be effective. And I think this defense is better than I actually thought it was going to be. And I thought it was going to be good. So, yeah, I think between 12 and 14 wins.
So here, I'll ask you this, Mark.
And everybody in the chat, remember I'm saying it. Call me delusional. Just remember this because I want the credit when it happens.
Oh, no.
He
got the credit for taking a shit on Guy Lemon at the draft. I'm going to make sure that everyone knows.
Why you bring that up? I didn't even do that.
I'm giving you credit.
Said Jalen Carter. I said, don't worry about Jalen Carter.
I'm giving you credit.
What are you doing? You're giving me credit for something I didn't do.
Wait a second. I'm giving you credit for taking a shit on that.
I don't want credit of stuff I didn't do. I didn't shit on that pick at all. I just was in shock.
Yes, you did.
I did not. I literally said nothing. I just sat there and thought, I can't believe A.J. Brown's.
You sat there and cried like a little
Mark, I want to ask. I want to go down to what he just said, that he thinks that's a Super Bowl offense. I want to ask you, do you think the Dallas Cowboys have a player at their respected position, and how many players do you think you have at their respected position on offense that are top 10 players? You can make the argument that Dak's in the top 10 quarterbacks. Saw a ton of lists this year where he's in the top 10. CeeDee Lamb and Pickens are in the top 10. Tyler Smith. Those guys. I want to know, outside of Barkley, where's there a player on the Eagles that's in the top 10?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
What besides Barkley, who's a player that's inside the top 10?
That you would consider a top 10 player at their respective position.
Oh, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. I think
I'm talking
they're both
offense.
I
said
offense.
I asked you, do you have an offense?
Okay, specifically offense?
Yeah.
I would say I believe Devontae Smith is. I also believe arguably our left tackle is. And I believe if Lane can stay healthy, I think he is at his position. So I'd say you got at least 2 to 3 guys on the offensive line, depending upon health, and it looks like they're healthy.
I would look at Lamont, or I like Jordan Mailata. He's a really good football player. Guy's never made a Pro Bowl, but that doesn't, and it's not indicative of the talent level that I think he is. Landon is so far away from being. He's my most concerning player right now.
Fair enough. No argument. But we know what he can do if he's healthy. So we just got to keep that in mind. It's going to be he's healthy and great, or he's struggling and he's hurt, and that we'll see.
Mark, what kind of year are you looking at for Dak?
Well, every other year seems like he's been injured in the past. If our running game is good and our defense is solid, I think he's going to have a really good year. I don't think you're going to see the 5,000 yards that some people are predicting. I'd actually like to see him with about 3,800 yards and about 30 TDs, and actually that we actually are running the football and controlling the clock.
Philly over under 1,500 yards for Barkley this year.
Oh, man, that's right around where I think he's going to get. So I'll say over. But that's right about where I think he's about 1,400 or 1,500 yards this year.
You think he has an uptick in catches with screens?
Yeah, I do. I do. I think he's going to have – I think he's going to threaten the 2,000 total yards mark, actually. I think he's going to have a fair amount of catches out of the backfield.
You think you're going to see more movement this year from Jalen throwing on the run?
Yeah. It looks like they want to do that. It looks like they want to roll him out and get him out of pocket. I love I love seeing that, by the way. I love it.
I would say this to you, Mark. If the Dallas Cowboys are going to be successful this year, I think a guy that you have to implement more into your pass game, it's got to be that tight end Ferguson, because
Agree.
I think Ferguson is one of the most underutilized guys in that offense, and I think he's a pretty good football player, and he's developing into a pretty good unit. You arguably have the most talented offense in the NFC East, okay? And they've got to – Philly, I would say this, for Dallas to win a boatload of games, Mark, you've got to control that clock, and I just don't know if your run game's good enough to be able – the difference that Philly has, if Philly can get back to that run game like they did in 2022 and 2024, bro, you know how they beat teams? They ran you off the clock, and they just owned field position. And they were winners on first down and second down. They were third and short the entire time.
Mhm.
Their crux and their problems have been 23 and 24 was turnovers in 23 and their inability to be able to win first and second down in 25.
Yeah.
You guys have to be able to run the ball, I think, better. So, Williams, are you looking at over under 1,300 yards?
I think they're going to be using their backup running back quite a bit more. Malik Davis has actually been showing up and looking really, really good. So I think they're going to be splitting time to try and save him towards the end of the season. We actually, surprisingly, again, I'm going to still say it was only the Cardinals, but you actually had Jaden Blue, who's actually showing up and actually playing pretty well too. The big worry with him is he does have a tendency to fumble a bit.
Philly, couple last questions here for you guys. Jonathan Greenard, where are you on this whole thing with him?
Just waiting. We're starting to get a little worried though, and maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I should, but you know, we're going through. He went through all of camp without being ready, and it doesn't look like he's going to be ready anytime soon. So that concerns me. I'm concerned about it.
Are you more concerned with Greenard, or are you more concerned with Lemon?
Greenard.
Greenard.
I would say Greenard. Yeah, because he was hurt last year, and he missed a lot of time last year with the injury, and he's coming over to a new team. I feel like with Lemon, what might happen might affect the beginning and early in this year, half the season. But I think that, you know, he's coming back at least enough time to play maybe a preseason game this weekend. And then, you know, hopefully he can catch up. But Greenard, I mean, you know, he was hurt last year for a lot of games. So I'm just worried that this is going to continue.
Mark, how do you feel about Winters and Overshawn at inside linebacker on your defense? How do you feel about them two dudes?
Well, here's what's interesting is last year Javonte Williams didn't do anything in preseason, and that's where we were looking at Miles Sanders and Jaden Blue, and they kind of put him on bubble wraps, and nobody had a clue what he was going to do. It seems like they're doing the same thing with D. Winters right there. Now, there's still kind of a question mark on who's actually going to be the starting linebacker. A lot of people have Barham being the green dot that's in there. Some people believe that Overshown, who's had more experience, will be the green dot. It may end up being out of nowhere that it is D. Winters.
I'll tell you what, I would say that's one of your bigger concerns going into this year is that linebacker position, because Overshawn coming back off that injury is really, in my opinion, probably going to be really the sense of what and where that defense goes. I got to tell you, Mark, I really like the fact that you got Gary and Clark inside with Williams. I think that's a pretty good front, man. I think that's the best front the Cowboys have had in a long time when it comes to interior defensive linemen. Maybe even you could go back 13, 14. You might go back to the Jimmy Johnson Cowboys that you've been that good inside.
Probably 2007 would have been the best one since the 90s. Back when we had Jay Ratcliffe and and guys like that. But we have not had anybody anywhere close to that size-wise, strength-wise, and ability-wise in forever.
Billy, last one for you. Ready? Will the 2026 defense for the Philadelphia Eagles be a better unit than the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles defense?